Ah, yes. Back again. Coffee Break with JN is back again. The gang is all here. Brought to you with a little New Jack Swing. Coffee Break with JN. Coffee Break with JN. It is caffeines. You know who you are, caffeines versus regulars, I think. Yeah, probably with you. Going off. Not too hard. Oh, not too soft. Well, hello. Guys, welcome back to your favorite video scope program. Pencil to It's just a pencil to pencil. Brought to you on the Pencil to Pencil YouTube channel. It's Coffee Break with JN. We're swimming in it. We did it. All right, let's see who's going on. Yo, pause, JRD. What is going on? Yo, let's clear the screen, you guys. Let's clear the screen. Hello, well, welcome. I'm like all washed out. So somebody asked a question. There, that's I can't get my light right. Light bright, making things with light. There it is. All right, there it is. And Jared, I'll get to your question in a second. Guys, we made it, y'all. We made it to another fortnight. What up, James? James says making a coffee. There's a whole lot of superstars. Let's do some introductions. Well, hello to my man James. Yo, Tristan, the MVP of P2P, not he's the chat MVP, not chat GPT. Tristan, hello, Tristan. Welcome back. Welcome to Coffee Break with JN. It's you. What up, Bill? Bill says broke out the pour over V60 John. That's what's up. We haven't said I haven't seen this name since. No, no, Notorious JRD is back in effect. Y'all see Paul Pate? What up, Paul Pate? Paul Pate is in the building. Hello, Dave. Dave says coffee break. How distinguishing. I suppose the cheers are in order. Yes, cheers. Hello. Welcome to Coffee Break with Jay. Let's see. Yo, Shanchai, what's going on in the land down under? What time is it there? It's tomorrow in Australia. What's going on? Yes. What's up, Tristan? Yes. What a cool name. Horatio Hell Pop. Hello, Horatio. I've seen you on other JNN Jamar Nicholas Network programming. Hello. Horatio says coffee, a reminder that even in the middle of the journey, it's worth stopping long enough to enjoy the view. Yes, I like these coffee aficionados in the chat. Yo, Ronaldo. Hello. Well, hello. Good to see you, my man. You guys like the sound effects? No lie, I heard that gong. What up, Bill? I heard that gong at the Mortal Kombat. Let's see. Yo, it may be February. Shout out to Black History Month. It may be February, but it's always July when Julian Lytle's in the mix. What's up, brother? Sandra Peel, hello. Well, hello. Look at all these new fancy people. Tristan was camped outside like he's at the GameStop waiting for the new Madden to drop. We have to talk about that. Put it in your pocket. I want to talk about game day releases. Super D, coffee drinker and ink slinger. Yo, good looking out, Super D. D Parson, read Rosebuds. Rosebuds in your local newspaper. That's right. They still make comic strips. You know when people say I say this all the time. People say things like, "Yo, they still do pro wrestling." Yes. Yo, they still make comic books. Yes. They still read. Yes. Just because you kind of stop messing with it doesn't mean it stops existing. How American. But yes, read Rosebuds in your local funny papers. Wow, Sean says it's 1 p.m. Friday. Oh my goodness. I have to get to Australia. I just got to say it. Yeah. I have to put a star next to that. Oh, the era of midnight releases, yes. Yo, Bros, what up, Bros? Bros says, making some coffee in the French press. Almond biscotti flavor from Fonte's in the Italian market. Shout out the Ninth of Washington. Shout out to the Italian market. Shout out to Washington Ave. Ross is very classy with his. I like it. See, you see what I mean? They still do that. They still make that, baby. I can't tell you how many times somebody says something to me like that. I'm like, yes. Oh, D, Super D, you hear that, Sean Shai? In Australia, just said, I love Rosebuds. Such a beautiful, sweet, and fun comment. You hear that? All all lines merge at Coffee Break with JM. That is what Tabersnackle is for. James, 813 wait, where are you in the world? I know you're not. Well, yeah, I don't know where are you? Coffee break. We been international. We international. What were those coffees? International flavors. I keep put my pinky out. Pause. That's crazy. So yeah, guys, welcome to the show. I know that I saw some of your faces last night on Pencil to Pencil. Yeah, there you go. The House of International Coffee. And we had a really good Pencil to Pencil last night. We had a Ask a Cartoonist. And one of the things I love about what we're doing on Pencil to Pencil is that we have our own like thing, right? We have our own thing. And I love when people go, "Oh, yo, they're going to do shop talk this week," or "Yo, they got a guest on this week," or "Yo, ask the cartoonist this week." I've been banking questions for 3 weeks, hoping that they were going to do an ask a cartoonist. And I feel like we do an ask a cartoonist like maybe once a month, maybe every other month. I'm not sure. There's not really a schedule to it. It's just kind of how things line up. Wow, James says I'm from Cali, but I'm back in my wife's home country right now, Kyrgyzstan. Yo, well, represent. Yo, they got newspapers at Kyrgyzstan. Thank you, my man. Good to see you. Um, but yeah, and I love the slipstream that happens here with coffee break. I got to change my glasses. There's some glare, and I should be wearing my reading glasses anyway. Yeah, that's a little better. Um, how many? I'm going to just start it off here. How many of my old heads in here? Because this is the Gen X hour. How many of you guys have? Oh, I haven't done one of these in a long time. And I don't think we're going to do a raffle tonight because I have to give Ronaldo his Nod John prize, and I don't want to start stacking. So until Ronaldo gets that in the mail, I'm not doing any more uh, giveaways, but it'll happen soon. Um, guys, let's get your get your fingers out. Get your fingers ready. Get your fingers primed. Get your fingers primed. It's ones and twos time. It's ones and twos time, ladies and gentlemen. For all my Gen X babies who are watching on their video scopes, I have a question for you. Now you see, because JN keeps it stylish. If you've paid attention, because I know there are people who are fans of JN, who study the kid, right? Who go like, oh, okay, I see what you do. I see how you move. I have several pairs of glasses. I'm not a window panes guy. Like I need glasses. He can't see without his glasses. Shout out sip of coffee for killing bees and Macaulay Culkin. Um, how many of you guys, and we'll do this by putting the corresponding number in the chat. How many of you wear glasses for vision correction? Put a one in the chat. You would hit a guy with glasses. How many of you wear contact lenses? Put a 2 in the chat. How many of you have, I guess you would say, wear readers or cheaters or something like that. That would be a is that 3? Already messed this up. Put a 3, and how about a 4 for people who have prescription sunglasses or prescription, like reading glasses? That's a 4. Alright, so I always need help with this. So 1 was glasses for vision, right? That just means, like, you don't have window panes, like, you actually need these glasses. 2, contacts. 3, cheaters. And 4, um, special like prescription sunglasses or like reading things. Yes. All right, let's see what we got here. So Tristan wears glasses. James wears glasses. Tristan wears. Wait, what was 2? 2 is contacts. Yes, contacts. 2 is contacts. Yes. Jared D says, when I drive, I need readers though. Ross wears glasses. Yeah. Ross, have you always worn glasses? James, 1 and 2. So you mix it up a little contacts. Bill says, 1, the wife would like me to do 2. Is that kind of like, I want to get to that for a second. Thank you, JRD, the keeper of the scrolls. JRD gives me the cheat sheet. 1 glasses, 2 that's my undiagnosed ADHD playing tricks on me. Readers is 4 special scripts. Special scripts in the building. Ronaldo says 1 generally, 2 contacts when I ref, and 3 if I have my contact in and need to do draw. But you know what, Ronaldo? You know what? Every time I've seen you IRL, I've never seen you wear glasses, so that's interesting. Wow, everybody's got a little bit. Oh, thank you so much, Tristan. Sunshine says 1 and 4 need glasses for everyday use and have a different prescription for my reading glasses. Yes, that's what I was getting at. What up, E? E says 1 glasses. You've got glasses. He can't see without his glasses. Sunshine says I occasionally use contacts for cosplay or if I'm going to a 3D movie because I guess that's one of the things, right? It's hard to stack glasses, right? Um, and that's a thing where I have a little bit of all of those, right? I, I have glasses, and I also have these are my like reading or drawing glasses. And the eye doctor's like, "Do you want progressive lenses?" And I was like, "No." And like, "You sure?" I was like, "No, I want to kind of mix it up." And I don't know if that's silly or not, but I like my reading glasses. And then at one point, I was at a shout out to my man John Shableski out in Williamsport, the home of the Little League World Series, Williamsport, Pennsylvania, where he is the manager of the Otto, the nation's oldest bookstore, if I have that correct. And I was out there. John invited us out, and we did a little street book festival thing. And I stepped on these glasses because I was trying to be cool, and I don't know. I don't know if some of you guys remember. There was a point where I had these glasses on like on a library old lady string, and some people in my family were giving me heat. They're like, "Really, with the real?" And I was like, "No, it's a thing." So I got the string broke, and I just kind of got used to like I would like put them in like my shirt collar, and then I get in the car and I'm like messing them up. Like I got to protect these glasses 'cause I can't draw if I don't have my glasses. So we're out there in Williamsport, and I'm standing on the street in front of my table, and I put them in my battle jacket, my Make Good Choices Leon jacket. Shout out to Art Gallery Jeans, who painted my Leon jacket, and I put them in this not notorious JD, this notorious jacket pocket on this jean jacket that every time I put glasses in them, something happens to them, and I'm too dumb to realize it. I put them in there, and then somebody was like, "Hey, do you have one of these?" I was like, "Oh, let me look." And I bent down, and the glasses fell out of my pocket, and I immediately stepped on them. It was almost like an instinct. I stomped on them, like I guess trying to catch them, and they've been kind of jacked up ever since. So I took it back to the salon. You know the salon at your eye doctor, where when you're already dilated, they're trying to sell you glasses you can't see. No, these look great. I wouldn't know. I took them back. I fell into myself. He can't see without his glasses. I fell with myself. That's fantastic. And my eye lady in the salon was like, "What did you do?" I was like, "I stepped on him." And they're like, "Yeah, don't do that." Thanks. So, but anyway, my whole question to you guys were about vision wear, eyewear. Um, James says, when I got to rest the eyes, I drop back the glasses. Contacts make wearing regular sunglasses possible. Yeah, I was talking about stacking them, right? Because like I I had a really dope pair of prescription sunglasses. I think in the last 40 years, what am I saying? Some of the best things ever have been Easy Pass, the DVR, maybe the cell phone. I feel like the cell phone has cheated on us. And prescription sunglasses. It's your Mardi Gras. What up, Jim Luhan? Good to see you. Oh no. Oh, hold on. Bro says I've had the same pair since 2018. I broke them in 2021. I have been gluing them back together. So, yo, glasses are expensive. Word up. There's four broken parts that are held together with glue. Yeah, man. It's a hard knock life. Um, I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. E says, had contacts for a year in high school, but they dried my eyes out, especially at night. Couldn't drive at night with them. He can't drive without his glasses. Oh, I'm gonna be annoying. Um, so I had this really dope pair. I have a very weird bucket list. I have like a couple of running things. Shout out to my homegirl Kelly Sue DeConnick. Kelly Sue and I go way back to the essence. I'm sure you know who Kelly Sue is in the comic book space. And back before Facebook, way before Instagram, um, there was LiveJournal. Guys, remember LiveJournal? Who had a LiveJournal? Raise your hand. And Kelly Sue had a fantastic LiveJournal. She was so active on that thing, and she was all about community engagement, and was always kind of making these writing prompts and all this other kind of stuff. And one thing she made, and I don't know if she made it up or she just kind of like took it from somewhere and made it her own. She started this thing every year, and she called it the Uber list. And this is before Uber. This is before Uber was even a thing. And the Uber list was almost like your New Year's homework is to create a super list of shit you need to do that year. And it could be really, really broad, or it could be really, really like, you microscopic. And I've always made an Uber list ever since then. So shout out to Kelly Sue. And right. And oh yes, right. Kelly Sue do be rocking glasses. She can't see without her glasses. And one of the things on my Uber list, because I am but a simple man. I'm a simple man, a humble, like my man Wilson Fisk. I'm but a humble spice dealer. You're the kingpin of crime. I'm a humble spice dealer. One, I had some very simple things. One of the things was I wanted a pair of Ray-Bans. Not necessarily like, next month, but like that was on my list of things as I've always had sunglasses, but I never had a pair. I really want a nice pair of Wayfarers. And I finally got some Ray-Bans. I was like, I gotta put a prescription in these. And I had them and I kind of made it work. My salon lady was like, yeah, we don't really do Ray-Bans, but I'll take care of them. And she got them fitted. Sorry about this light. And I had those glasses for a while and I lost them. And that jean jacket, I remember I lost them in the African American Children's Book Fair last year. And I came out of the thing, I was just like, that pocket. It's almost like my mouse that if I hit the left click, I back out of the program. That jacket. So now I don't have any sunglasses. So I went because shout out to anybody with a big head pause. As a lot of you guys are also in the same community with me. I am in the big head club. I have a giant head, and with that, I have a big face. Like if you ever taken a selfie with me, my face is a lot bigger than yours. So I was just like, this is the internet, and the Al Gore's year of 2024, 25. I'm sure they make sunglasses for big faces, and I found this company, and they made like big, like, because I hate stingy glasses. People who wear glasses that are like too tight on their face. You need bigger glasses. You need bigger glasses. So anyway, I ordered these glasses, and I have yet to take them and get my prescription in them. So I've been doing like dumb stuff, like putting them over my other glasses. You look straight corny with that. So all right, let me get to the chat. I've been running my mouth. Tristan, you like the Uber list? It's never too late. Start your own Uber list. Just open a file or just actually paper. I think paper is dope. Writing things down. Remember, 2026, we're writing things down, y'all. And just make a list of like, what are you trying to get done for real, for real? It's like, yo, you need a passport. So Sean Chai says, I've been putting off getting my new script because I got these funky new frames and now I'm too embarrassed to actually wear them. Oh, they're too funky for your lifestyle. So now I've been using a prescription for the last 3 years. I could barely see. I see. Really need to get over it though, because I need to learn to drive. Yes, you need to learn to drive. Don't feel too bad though, because I'm a Philly kid, and really depending where you grew up or where you whatever. A lot of city kids don't have driver's license because they never needed to drive. You just jump on the bus, you just jump on the sub, you just jump on the L, right? But if you kind of live someplace where maybe it's the culture that all the teenagers have cars, or you got to walk down the side of you got to Bill Bixby it and walk down the side of the internet superhighway like my man Stone Cold. I can see why you need a driver's license early, but I got my driver's license really late. I got mine when I was, and no, not because I don't know how old you are. You don't have to put that out, but like I was like 21, 22 when I finally got my driver's license. I'm just, oh, okay, man. Yeah, my jean jacket pocket is cursed. Yo, 300 XP for Bill with that. James says, Notebook Slayer, Live Journal. Damn, wish I had these saved. Yeah, man. I miss Live Journal. You're right, Ronaldo. I've been losing stuff lately, you guys. It's not good. Right? We need a big face forum, Tristan. I'm with you. Jared D says, I can't wear snapback caps because they're too small. Big Head Club, pause, yo, I'm with you. Like, I was at the very end of the fitteds. I think when I had kind of the Boston Fern baby dreads, I was trying because I've been telling you guys for years I'm a hat guy. When I was in art school, Before I had all of this, I had like little like Buster Rhymes dreadlocks back then. Shout out to Mitchell and Ness. If any of you guys are sports people, you know Mitchell and Ness is a high caliber sports apparel outfit from Philly, home of firsts. And we would troop over to Mitchell and Ness, and I was really into the Negro League baseball throwback caps. Like they're kind of like, JRD, maybe you know what these are called, like the old school baseball caps that they're kind of small. I guess they're, I don't know the name for them. Like I guess you would call them like cubby hats or something. They weren't like dad caps like now, and they weren't snapback truckers. They just kind of they even sat funnier. And I had a bunch. I had a Cuban X Giants. I had a bunch of those, and they were just getting on my head, boss. Yo, what up, Master Asa Incorporated is in the chat. What up, Asa? Asa says, I have a big noggin and used to use prescription Wayfarers too. Where did you get your prescription Wayfarers from? They're hard to find, man. He can't drive without his glasses. I'm just going to keep saying that. He can't see without his glasses. All right. Sean Shea says, yeah, they've got spikes and it's super awesome, but I work in corporate. Yeah, corporate don't like that. Jim Lujan says, which is greater, the wise man who seeks or the seeker who is wise? Oh, man, I wasn't ready. Hold it. I got to do it over. I love that we're always adding stuff to coffee break. Jim Lujan posits, which is greater, the wise man who seeks or the seeker who is wise? Oh my goodness, I love this show. It's fantastic. Yeah, that's got some reverb to it too. He just wanted me to use the co yes. Oh no, not that, but yeah, close. Kind of like the old Pittsburgh Pirates. It was like more like the salt and pepper hat. They weren't pillbox, but I know what you're talking about. They were like, I don't know, kind of like the little rascals joints. Uh Asa says, I just bought regular Wayfarers and had prescriptions put in them. Cheaper than regular frames too, yeah. Yeah, you guys are close, but that wasn't it. JRD says, Kidlet found me a cap with a fabric strap with a buckle for adjusting it and it fit. Yeah, those are good. Oh, bro says, I miss the original Mitchell and Ness HQ in the old bank. Yeah, they moved. They're not in the same place. It used to be like down an alley. Yeah, Asa, we go way back, man. You had a live journal too, didn't you? Sean Shay says, "Oh, I grew up in the bush." Oh, we're talking about what are we talking about? Oh, driving. I grew up in the bush. Pause. I needed to drive, but I was too scared to learn. Had to push bike everywhere, but I'm 38 now and have mobility issues. I really need an easier way to get around. Hey, don't make your life harder. And that's a great Uber list. That's going to be at the top of your Uber list. Sean Chai, I am going to anoint you with the power to get your driver's license by the end of this year. Make it happen. Make it so. You're an Avenger now, kid. Ronaldo asks, I love when people ask me a question. Let me clear the screen. Let me get my Patreon doobly doo off of here. Give me a second. I forgot it was on there. So let's get our branding right. Hold on, I'm in here half stepping. Ronaldo says, who's got the better walk off? Bill Bixby and the Hulk? You see how it's so Philly Hulk? Or Michael Landon in Highway to Heaven? Yo, we have to maybe do a ones and twos for my Gen Xers. Let's do it again. We're going back to the well, you guys. One more ones and twos. Where is it? Damn, I got too many join. All right, here it is. Ronaldo called it. Who has the better walk away? Bill Bixby in The Incredible Hulk? Or Michael Landon in Highway to Heaven? Yo, that was Ronaldo, I didn't forget that. One of the best roasts is I was on a coffee break and I had on a white bucket and I got like on a white button up and he said, "You look like a '80s angel from a TV show." Yes, thanks for the cheat sheet, JRD. One, Bixby Hulk, or two, Michael Landon. That's a good question. Yo, pause. That's right. You gotta put we put it into the universe. That's right. No half steps. Mama Carla, hello. How are you? I think it might be Mama Carla's birthday. Happy birthday, Mama Carla. He can't draw without his glasses. He needs his glasses. All right, I'm missing this. All right, hold on. Touched by a cartoonist. All right, hold on. I'm missing the joint. So, JRD, is that your answer, Hulk? All right, Bixby, teen angel, Bixby. He says it's not even a foot race. Bill Bixby, and it's not even close. And I love that our man Stone Cold Steve, Mama Carl is like Bill Bixby. Hello. Uh, Stone Cold Steve Conley has continued the tradition of walking down the side of the internet superhighway with a melodic tinkle at his back. I love that Manly finds that hilarious. All right, Tristan won. Oh, I think it's a runaway. I think it's all Hulk. Nobody said Michael Land. Wow, we got a shutout. I love it. You know it, Mama Carla. We come here for tabernacle. We come here for group. Johnny Angel. That's ridiculous. All right, let me clear this. So one of the fun things I love about Coffee Break is there's no script. Can't you tell? There's no script. No idea what I'm doing. So I just kind of show up here and we just let it rock. Um, somebody asked, "What's this?" So I have a CGM, and you know what that is because most of you guys know I'm diabetic. So I have a John on my arm, and I have and it runs. It's a sensor that monitors my blood sugar. So um, it's real cool, and that might be if I add to my list of greatest inventions of the last 40 years is that I don't have to like prick myself pause 3 or 4 times a day anymore because I got this joint right here. So, and this is just kind of like a cover patch, right? Yes. Are you kidding me? This changed my life, you guys. I've been diabetic for a long time. I've been diabetic for uh, close to 30 years, 25 years, something like that. And and it's a cyber chore. And the funkiest thing about it is that see, no, I am not type 1. And usually type 1 diabetics, people who are born with diabetes, their pancreas is like shot, and they have a lot of them have the pump that that puts the insulin in you. That's not my deal. Mine is genetic, and I kind of got diabetes later in life, so that's kind of so I don't have the thing. But I don't know, and maybe some of you guys who may deal with that or may have kids who are type 1. I don't know if that's something for people with type 2 that winds up being an option for you. Because generally, I think with type 2, your pancreas works a little bit, but it doesn't work a lot of bit. So I think when your pancreas is just like, no, that's when you have to get the pump. Tristan says, I really love that. We're taking a moment to talk about this. It makes me, oh, and guys, we're gonna take a moment. Let's talk about this. It makes me happy to know that my dude's taking care of himself. bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you're in the network. All right, Jim. We'll get to that in a second. And I mean, even just to have diabetes for that long, and I I do my best. I'm not amazing. I'm human. I could be better, but even just having a CGM kind of takes away a lot of the guessing. And what I mean by that is that, and anybody that's diabetic can kind of attest to this, is that you wake up every morning, you kind of have a game plan, but whatever's going on in your life, it could be stress, it could be what you ate the night before, it could be, I'm going to have a little bit of this and not a lot of that. Did you eat? Did you not eat? Well, you can't not eat because you got to eat something, and whatever that is, like all of those, all that pizza math is happening at all the time, and you have to wake up and kind of figure out how you're going to make this day work. It's like a lot of, it's a lot to think about if you think about it, right? And you kind of, what's really important as a diabetic is you kind of need to start your day off with that finger stick, which is kind of like, yeah, buddy, your shit is mad high. Like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'll cool it, or maybe I'll make some kind of like daily adjustments. It's almost like football. You have to make adjustments to your playbook. So like I'm way too old to just be like a dummy about it at this point. So, I go to the doctors a lot. I get my A1Cs like every 3 months. I do the thing, and just having this thing is just kind of like I lost some weight. You see, I'm looking pretty good these days. So, but yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, it takes some time on that, but that's real. And again, with my role as a influencer, I've talked about diabetes a lot, and I try to make it public. And even when I got my colonoscopy 2 years ago, so 2 years ago, it was New Year's Eve, 2024, and on New Year's Day, I was all over the internet like, "Yo, get your colonoscopy, bro. It ain't that bad." So, if I can help somebody else not be scared and just go do this thing, go do the thing. Bill says both my parents had to jab twice a day to check their blood sugars. Eventually, they did the metformin and Ozempic. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like whatever works for you. I know, and I've talked about this a lot. Like the GLP-1s are, I'm not exactly sure how all these things happen. They're really wonder drugs. And then it's like the Kardashians got a hold of it, and then it turned into like a designer thing. And there are people who had whatever. They didn't have anything, or just kind of like, oh, I want to lose 15 pounds. And they're like, eh. And now I can't get my script filled because there's no Ozempic. I've kind of modified how I feel about that now because, whatever you need to do, but I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, you got to take care of yourself. Well, I was young. I was like in my 20s when I got it. So it's not like I was like 40 or something. Bill says, also side rant, really hating how folks just ask for Ozempic with see. I just said that when they don't need it. It's literally meant to get your A1Cs down to a manageable level. Yes, thank you. But now I'm seeing that a lot of doctors are now just kind of like prescribing it for people for weight loss. And I don't want to get in the middle of that. But yeah, I just want to get my script filled when I go to the CVS. Jared D says it's amazing how much stress can affect your blood sugars. And by amazing, I mean, but yes, it's super. Like when I'm on deadline hell, and I'm just like, and now this is the new thing with the CGM. If there's alarms on it, it's like your alarm clock. That's that woo woo. That's that woo woo. If it goes over a certain number, my phone goes off. If it goes under a certain number, my phone goes off, and it's really frightening when it happens. I'm a little more used to it, and I don't have as many lows as I get highs. But The big laugh is tell them, Carla, stress is a bigger part than most people know. Hydration too. Yeah, drink your water, y'all. I love how we got on this health tip. Your A1Cs will always rat you out, or your doctor, yeah. And if you guys don't know, A1C is a cumulative overview of your blood sugar rating over 3 months. So I think for normal people, I think it's 6, and even if your joint is like 6.5, or maybe it's going down now. Maybe it's 5. I don't know. So if it's over 6, you're diabetic. It's a sensor code. Yeah, I get my insurance pays for it, and these things are. I've been seeing all these ads. Hold on a second. My dog's bugging. Give me one second. I am fortunate that my insurance covers it. I think if my insurance didn't cover, I probably couldn't afford to get them. And these things are, and again, this is just a patch that I keep to cover it so I don't knock it off by ADHDing into the door. Because that's another ADHD thing when you bump into stuff because your depth perception kind of goes in and out. Um, I'm seeing they have new ones that you don't have to change, but these things, they're basically it's like a little battery with like a little like a little pinprick, but it's not even hard. Pause. It's anyway. You kind of jab this thing into your skin and it sticks, and they last for 15 days, and then after the 15th day, it kind of goes dead, and you got to take it out and put a new one in. And it's good to kind of switch because you have to let your body heal, and so you kind of like rotate them. But yeah, luckily, and they're pretty expensive, so you kind of get like a 3 month supply the way I get mine. Jared D says, I got type 2 when I was taking care of my mom when she was dying of cancer and forgot to also take care of myself. Drink your water. That's right. What up, Ray? Good to see you, brother. Shantae says, I'm also against Ozempic for, I don't know how we got here, y'all. I'm also against Ozempic for weight loss as a heavy person myself. Those quick fixes don't help. People need to focus on health. Your mentals and physical, not weight. What we said, what did Beast Mode say? Protect your mentals, protect your chicken. And I love this for us, you guys. I love this for Coffee Break that we can take this wherever we need to do. Wow, JRD, those are fantastic numbers. Good for you. Ronaldo says, my supervisor at work has an insulin pager pump. It's Bluetooth. And when work adjusted the Wi Fi, he was having issues. Oh, no. Yo, what's do I dial 9 dial out? Yeah, that sucks. Bill says, so one of the side effects of Wegovy and Ozempic is that a number of folks who have addictive or compulsive habits, alcohol, food, drugs have begun to draw down significantly. Yeah. So food noise is a giant thing that you kind of find out about once you start being on those things. And I guess food noise is kind of like, you know what I would really what's a and kind of when you're on those things, and it's not like an appetite suppressant. I think it's more it kind of I don't know biological. I don't know what's going on, but it's real. oh, did the did the dog come through? Yeah, shout out to my dog. Ray says, yes, 6 and up these days. If you're diabetic and under 8, you're good. Yeah, I'm on my way. I am 8-8. No, 8. Yeah, I think I'm 8-8 was my last A1C. And it was higher. It was a lot higher than that before I got all of this stuff going. So I'm really happy. And it's not a race, right? It's just like you have to live your life, right? And you just gotta like do what's right for you, and you have to maintain your health, keep your wits about you, protect your mentals, and just know, like, you know, like don't get addicted to getting on a scale every morning and all that kind of stuff. Just like just be cool, you know. Tristan says the real-time monitoring ability to track the highs and lows from previous days is just like the state of the earth. Live stream is vital stats. Yes. Yeah, a lot of people let themselves go when they're taking care of other people. Yo, I feel triggered. It is very ADHD for a conversation about glasses to go towards diabetes. Well, that's another thing. Like I have to go to the eye doctor a lot to make sure that because the diabetes kinds of it's real. So on my team, I also have a retinopatist, and I have to see the retinopatist a couple times a year just to make sure that the sugars aren't attacking my eyesight. Because if I can't see y'all, I can't draw Leon books. He can't draw without his glasses. Bill says biggest thing to help has been getting a smartwatch. I almost did the the GeForce Joy. Uh, the newer apps, watches, and Galaxy Watch have so many sensors and monitors to help with things. Yeah. Wow. Asa, that's fantastic, man. Good job. Look at us. Hey, who would have thunk it? Look at us, right? Never in a million years. Jared D says my bugaboo was sandwiches, and there are 6 delis or sub shops within a mile of my house. Oh my god, you got it, Tristan. Up, Bill says, oh, the other thing that folks don't realize is sleep apnea. Shout out to CPAPs. CPAP therapy works so much. I mean, you might look like a TIE fighter pilot, but yo, you got to do what you got to do, man. Ray says, doing good. When I was diagnosed, I was 12. That's real, man. People like, and what's really crazy about diabetes is such a hidden thing. I remember reading somewhere or saw an ad somewhere where there were these people, they had like purple lines going down their face, and they said if you could see diabetes on someone, people would have a totally different uh, uh, relationship with it. But you can't, right? When I was diagnosed, I was 12. Lowest I had since was 5'3" and highest 7'4". Get my retinopathy checked tomorrow. Shout out to my man Ray. Thank you. Good. Keep it up, man. Great job. Look at that. That's my secrecy, Pap. I'm always tired. Guys, I don't know how we got here. I got to drink this coffee. Shout out to where the Ringos at? Shout out to my squatty large Astro Boy cup. I haven't pulled this out pause in a while. This is stone cold too. This is ice cold. I should have put my ember. Yo, can I put this in my ember now? Let's see if I can heat this up. Ronaldo says, "Yo, has anyone seen the bougie CPAP masks? There's an Iron Man one." What? No, I did not know about that. That's fantastic. There's also seen a Predator one. Come on, bro. Who runs the world? Nerds. Who runs the world? Nerds. We're definitely old, you guys. This is where we're at. That's fantastic. I'm try to dial up this ember, get so we can get through the rest of this fine program. But yeah, it also kind of makes me feel good that there's so many people who like you don't know people the weight people carry, not literally, but right. Everybody lives with stuff, and you just kind of have to keep trooping on. You know, like I'm not out here like diabetic. It's like right. I in a weird way, it's kind of a blessing because it's made me. Oh, also one of the things that I've done to help me on this health journey is I got a nutritionist who kind of like works double time as a therapist a little bit, but there's so much stuff that's involved with food in your whole deal, and it's really beneficial to me. It's just kind of changed the way I think about a lot of stuff. And the nutritionist is less about you should eat this week. It's more like so tell me, how's it been? Oh, you know what? Because when I first started going to this nutritionist, I was like, you know what? I'm doing a really horrible time because I travel for work and I'm in and out of hotels and I can't, I'm not eating well, and I'm sure for any of you guys, even my con people, when you get to a city and your plane was late and you finally get to your hotel room and everything is closed and you can't make a meal out of what's in the gift shop. Like I need some like some tips. Like what am I doing wrong? Oh well you need and one of the first things she said to me was like kind of like a bug out bag. You need a go bag for your diabetes. I'm like, tell me more. She's like, do you have like just a thing of glucose tablets? Do you have like your pinpricker thing? Do you have like a thing of just like, build bars or whatever, like protein things that you could eat? Because you shouldn't be crashing out because you forgot to eat or you were running around. I was so busy and now you're like falling off the cliff. Like you got to pre prepare, and it's just like, huh. It's one of those things like, huh, that makes sense. Yeah. But are you doing it? Another thing was like I needed to get a medical alert bracelet that says on this thing, if you find me laying in the street and I'm type 2 diabetic, and these are the people to call. Like those kind of things I had to do, right? And I just never thought of it. But you knew it, but you didn't do anything about it, right? Oh, Carla says, thanks to you, Jamar, I got a mug one. Aren't they fantastic? Especially in these winter months. Like and sometimes I'm really babysitting this coffee, so it really comes in handy. It's already warming up. Tristan says, if we're talking about it, just curious, there are a lot of drink supplements out there like Liquid IV involving hydration, but comes with an increase of salt and sometimes sugar content. I don't, you know, what, I don't mess with that stuff. I mean, I'm not out here like I don't know running marathons, so I don't really feel like I need the electrolytes so much. I think just like I can't speak for anybody. I think water's dope, and we don't drink enough of it. Um, but if you feel like you're missing something, maybe look into it. I've saw don't they have like electrolyte tablets you could also do? No, not really. I don't. It might be something to think about when I'm traveling. Like maybe I should have some of those with me. Tristan says, I love that you're working with a nutritionist. They should surely be working on a relationship we have with our guts and less about the do's and don'ts of eating. Yes. It's very modern. It's really dope. Yeah. Protect your mentals. Protect your chicken. Yo, Repon Taco, what up, Adam? Good to see you. You just get here? Yo, what up, Uncle Mike? Tio Mike. It's funny you mentioned funny you mentioned that. I have a CPAP, but I just reached out to schedule my first appointment with a nutrition. Yo, it's 2026, yo. We gotta live. I'm gonna live. I want to see all my people living, man. This is fantastic. This is what group is for. This is exactly what group is for. And I didn't talk about VCR tapes. We're talking, this is real life shit. Bill says, "Con food is the worst." I think it was, was it Bros? And I'm sorry, Bros. There was one time I think I saw Bros at New York Comic Con, and I was trapped at my table. If it wasn't you, Bros, I apologize. It might have been somebody else. And they were like, "Yo, you want anything?" I was like, "Yo, can you get me can you get me a glizzy?" And that's before everybody started calling him glizzy. Like, "You can get me a hot dog." He was like, "Okay." Every time I saw, I was like, "Yo, can you get me a hot?" I was starving. And glizzies are not what you should be eating at the comic book convention. But it was like there's nothing else. And talking about being prepared, you gotta kind of front load. You gotta put some stuff in your backpack that's gonna get you through that convention floor day. You gotta hit the Walmart ahead of time and just, even, case of water if you could get it in there. It's bad, bro. Sunshine says, wow, one of the good things that come out of social media is people talking about their health issues and disabilities, which helps reduce the stigma and encourage others to get help. But I've found has also helped me be a bit more understanding of the challenges people are facing every day. Yes. And even being kinder to myself with my struggles with my own disabilities. Turns out I had a lot of internalized ableism from my stepdad. Yes. This is what group does. Thank you for sharing. That's right. I love it. That's my secret cap. I'm always late. Yeah, man. Well, you know how that works. Yo, I heard you like CDs. No, I know who it was. It was my man Steven. I love it. Bros is like, I ain't getting you shit. That wasn't me. Adam says, I always have apples and nuts at cons. Pause. Can't eat that con food. You see what I'm saying? You gotta come prepared. Bill says, at New York Comic Con, I eject myself a block or two outside to go to the nice bodega next to the Javits. I hear that. I call Shogun. Yo, what up, Shogun? Good to see you. This was a first on Coffee Break. I transferred mugs. I had to get my Ember work. Yo, can I get a sponsorship with Ember? Get my people on that. Coffee Break with Jay and Ember mugs. I think we're on to something. Um. So all right, guys. Yeah. Yo, this coffee was mad cold. It's cold, man. Adam says, honestly, I feel I'm done with cons. I'll do ALA and maybe some one day shows, but those other week long Comic Cons, no, no interest. Yeah, tell him, Shogun. Let's make some phone calls. Yeah, you know, I've talked about this a million times. For me, and when I say this stuff for me, I mean for me. And everybody's journey is different. Your mileage may vary, but I've figured out when I started wanting to venture into kid world, middle grade graphic novels, like why am I here? Like this is cool, but like I think I need to be over there. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think we're really afraid, especially because a lot of us, all we ever wanted to do was be a comic book artist. And then you get to be a comic book artist. And then you're like, but what I'm doing, I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing, but maybe this isn't the right place to find these people. And some people trickle through and it's always great. And I love to dap it up and take pictures with the families and everything. That's fantastic. But maybe I need to be at this thing. Maybe I need to start going to book festivals. Right? I keep hearing about it. I haven't heard much else. Um, Tristan says, "Oh, this is deep." Tristan says, "I've always been afraid to chase my true self, probably because loving down myself would suck. Letting down myself, is that what you mean? Would suck. But I should get over it because I can't drive." Oh, you set me up. I can't drive without my glasses. He can't see without his glasses. I hope everybody knows what I'm referencing. Poor Macaulay Culkin in the coffin. Poor Macaulay Culkin. You can't see without his glasses. Nice. All right, guys. I'm gonna start wrapping this up. This was fun. No Ringos. That means no Sue's poos. But we had fun. We had a couple of ones and twos. You guys have fun. We talked about what did we do? Let's run it back. What did we talk about? We talked about protecting your mentals, protecting your chicken. We talked about diabetes. We talked about getting your mind right. Right. We talked about you know this is grown up stuff. Like you gotta go to the doctor, y'all. Like yeah, I go to the eye. I gotta get your eyes checked. Like I run into people once in a while who's just like, oh, I'm afraid of the dentist. Okay, so when was the last time you went to the dentist? I don't know, like 9 years ago. Go to the dentist. For all of y'all out here getting a little older, you get a colonoscopy yet? Go get a colonoscopy. Oh yeah, I just heard about this. I'm not sipping from Macaulay. He don't need my sip, but good for him. Uh, we talked about wearing your glasses. Go get your colonoscopies, y'all. I told you the last one and it's one of my good buddies said to me because I had been like I was on my Uber list and my every time I went to the doctor, my doctor's like, "Did you schedule a colonoscopy yet?" I'm like, "No, and she was like, "I don't know what else to tell you." Guys, I won't do it this tonight, but did I tell you the story about they lost? I, during the pandemic where they kind of invented, and maybe I'm wrong, but they were really pushing for the poop in the box colonoscopy. Like, you can't go to the thing. We'll send you a kit. You poop in the box, and you send it back to the lab. And I did that, and they lost it. I said I did the thing. It took me forever to get through it. I'm like, all right, finally I did it, and I sealed it up in a little jar, and I sent it. Never heard back. A month later, they were like, "You got to do it again." I'm like, "Why?" They're like, "The sample expired. We just got it." I was like, "I sent that like a month ago." Somebody lost my poop. Yo, man, shout out to that good nap. Yo, I woke up like it's fantastic. Yo, if my life is interesting, if it's nothing else. Yo, this is gonna be a clone of me somewhere. Yeah, that nap was like, oh. They're like, Mr. Jamar, you can wake up now. I'm like, that nap is delicious. All right, you guys got me riffing. Let's wrap this up, guys. On top of my 16 charisma with a +3 modifier, I am an extrovert, but I hurt too. I bleed. I bleed red. Um, I I don't do the extrovert stuff for my own benefit, not for my health. I do it because this is how I do my thing. A lot of you guys know me as some sort of personality. but I'm a cartoonist first. I could have a video where I came on here every 2 weeks and drew a picture and the Guitar Hero things on the channel. I'm not doing that here. I lead with this because this is what this is. I'm a talker. Even it says on the joint, well, not this joint, that I drink coffee and run my mouth. Right? You guys get it. I bring people together. It is what I do, and I feel like I'm pretty good at it. But also, one of the other things I do with my platform, because this is my platform, is I get to talk about what I do is in my amazing career as a cartoonist. Like, I don't know if you guys saw it. I put some new pictures on the scroll at the beginning. You saw me at ALA last year with this Wakanda of cartoonists. Look at these. Look at all of these fantastic people around me. These are some of my best buds. You see them. I was gonna like give everybody's names, but I don't know. I think it's more fun that I don't. You have to figure out who these people are. Happy Black History Month, but that's not why I put it there. I'm in good company. I'm in good standing. But also with that, I got books to sell. I got new books to make. I got a new book coming out. I want to make all these people at Scholastic happy. Shout out to Raina. Shout out to Jeff Smith, who dapped me up on the stage over at Scholastic HQ. Shout out to Scott McCloud, Gail Gallagher, Samuel Satin, my man David Saylor, my publisher and main editor, and also that other guy on the left is the president of Scholastic. What great company I'm in. And I got to keep doing the thing, guys. That means I have to talk about my new book, Leon and the Big Big Problem. Coming out, you guys, November. That's right. Hit that upvote. But Stacks and plus Stacks. Upvote it. Yeah, you saw Jerry Craft. That's right. That's my money maker. Tell him. What's in the box? All the plugs. I'm very proud of this new book, you guys. It's up for pre-order. I still haven't gone live with this pre-order thing. I need to go ahead and do that. It's on Bezos. It's on Target. Go to bookshop.org. Go to your mom and pop like indie bookstore. I love it if you go to your indie bookstore because that helps them out. Go to your indie bookstore and go, yo, I need that Leon. I need to cop that Leon and the Big Big Problem. They say less, and they pre-order that joint. So here's the thing. Here's a little inside tip, pause, about how traditional book publishing works. You have to hit, I don't know, was it 5 or 6, 7,000 sales in a week or something like that in a week or a week and a half's time to make the New York Times bestsellers list. And what's good for us is that pre-orders count towards that. So when the book finally goes live and it goes ping with like a cajillion pre-orders, that could get you onto the bestsellers list. So you have your assignment. Thank you, Adam. Yeah, see? Oh, Bezos. Right? But it's, so pre-ordering is super important. And, I'm going to use my platform to get, do as much as I can. So, but yeah, just go to your local spot and just tell them, say it. Yo, my man Jamar Nicholas, his new book Leon's coming out November 3rd. I need to pre-order it. And they go, oh, here it is. Because it's in the system. You're not going to see it yet because it's not out. So it's not going to be at the thing. So if you're the type that goes in and goes, oh, they ain't have it, and you leave, like come on. Put in the effort. I'm very excited about this book, you guys, and I think you're going to love it. All of this stuff that I've been building up over the years pays off in this book. Yo, that is on my Uber list. Also, if some of you guys know, at the very top of my Uber list is a Leon balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Thank you, Shogun. I appreciate you. And I appreciate everybody here. I'm kind of preaching to the choir, right? Because, you guys are already ride or dies, and I appreciate you. um, I got a little winded saying that, but I appreciate everything, and I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate our time together, guys. We're going to wrap this up. Thank you, JRD. Fingers crossed for Volume 4. I do not think there's going to be a Volume 4 anytime soon, but never say never. What do we say in the studio? Nothing is impossible. But you know what? Maybe if we get those numbers up, maybe they'll go, you know what? Let's do some more. So let's get out there and get these books sold. Guys, thanks so much. We're gonna get out of here. I've gone too long, but I appreciate our time together. Hey, who knows, right? It is a saga. Saga. So, all right, you guys, let's do the thing. Thank you so much. I'm losing viewers. Let's say goodnight, John Boy, and we'll do the John and get out of here. You've been watching. Oh, I'm not ready. You've been watching Coffee Break with JM with your boy JM. Guys, we did it again, y'all. We had a lot of superstars up here tonight. We had a really fun chat. We talked about our healths, our wealth, and our knowledge of self. And I love us for that. I would be remiss if I did not tell you at this point in our relationship, guys, you kind of really need to be considering joining my Patreon. I don't know what else to tell you at this point. I have more video projects over at my Patreon. The people that are loyal patronuses of mine can tell you all about it. Tristan, thank you. You are such a fantastic chatter tonight. Thank you so much. Shawty, Angel, thank you. Happy birthday, Carla. Thank you for keeping positive for the last few years. Thank you so much. See, it's genuine and it's love right back. Yeah, I need another stack of JM books at Costco. Let's make that happen. And I can't do this without you. Well, happy to know you got to watch me chop it up with my caffeines. You know who you are, Patrick. Patrick. You know who you are, Patronuses, caffeine, friends of Jamar. Ah, so you guys got me bugging. Friends of regulars, not decaf, with Coffee Break with JM. Thank you so much, Asa. Asa, come around more often, bro. I do this every 2 weeks. Yes, with the Mike Hawthorne. So, guys, I go by many names. Some of my favorites are John Cena, Philly Seymour Hoffman, Johnny Carson, Philly Donahue, Johnny Five. Johnny Five, how do you feel? I feel alive. And I would be remiss if we didn't end with also the administrator of this facility. That was for Ronaldo. And the captain of this ship, John Luke. Well, that remains to be seen. Yes, thank you. John Luke Picard. There are 4 Johns. What happened here tonight? You got to hang out with me and my best buds and watch me drink a cup of coffee and run my mouth. Now that I'm out of coffee, somebody wake up Hicks. See you in a fortnight. Join the Patreon.